This was a scene moments ago when the Sacramento Kings were introduced. The backlighting at Arco Arena had this electric effect as we welcome you to Game 2 of this Western Conference first round best-of-7 matchup between the Sacramento Kings and the Utah Jazz. And passing teams in the NBA, Jazz #1 and the Kings 3rd in the NBA in assists. And Stojakovic took him a while to get on track, to within a pair. Great pass from Christie, and Stojakovic backing Harpering in right under the hoop.
Time to be focusing on yourself. It's about focusing on the team, and all those things should be discussed one-on-one behind closed doors, not as a player going at a coach in front of the rest of the members of the team.
Out comes up empty, and here is a 4-on-2 break. The feed to Stojakovic, and the Kings have a double-digit advantage.
Utah's trying to...
Both teams sloppy in their last possessions. Here is Stojakovic, and Kirilenko staying with him, and here is Weber with a tough shot. Weber now with 6 points. So the starting forwards for finals, missing by 1 game, losing to the Lakers in 7 in the conference finals. This is just the start of their trip, and there is Jim Jackson hitting for 3. Fires it up, and all of a sudden the close game has turned out to an 8-point lead for Sacramento. And there is Stojakovic hitting, and the Kings with their biggest lead of 11. Stojakovic picking up where he left off from that.
Moved the ball 4 or 5 passes, got a nice wide open 3-point shot.
And Divac recovers in time with enough time on the shot clock. Stojakovic hits a 3. He has been a dagger to the Utah Jazz. Remember the second quarter.
In the post and still play the same type of game.
Kings going with a couple of big men in Scott Pollard and Vlade Divac to start this third quarter, and Peja Stojakovic, he has 2-ish
as he was fouled.
You know, I think going into the series, Utah cannot afford to shoot themselves in the foot doing the things they have done. And Stojakovic, first game, did some damage from the 3-point territory, but didn't shoot well overall. Has hit 7 of 11 from the field. 2-quarter, and the Kings increase their lead by 10, but they won't have him the rest of the game. Stojakovic, though, hits a 3. Just like the other night in the fourth quarter when the Jazz were making the
inside in to congest his space. He doesn't have it. You see Stojakovic knocking another jumper. He doesn't have as much space to work with. So Stojakovic does a great job after he enters the ball to the post in cutting. That baseline cut has always been effective for Stojakovic. Defended well there, but if you continue to move without...
For the Jazz in the final 2 minutes of the third, can they make more headway and really set themselves up for the fourth quarter? But Stojakovic from Divac keeps the Jazz at more than arm's length. Better man to show it with than Peja Stojakovic.
Stojakovic has had an outstanding game. You see a perfect arc on the ball, beautiful follow through. Stojakovic 10 of 15, 3 of 5 from 3, 29 points. He is a great shooter. Where he's improved.
Here is Bobby Jackson trying to open up the biggest lead of what has been a big game, and they do. Bobby Jackson giving the Kings an 88-67 lead in the opening minutes. Utah had the early 9-point spurt. It was all Sacramento. The only lead the Jazz had, the opening basket of the game, and this one is history. And the Sacramento Kings have defeated the Utah Jazz 108-95 and have taken both games here at Arco Arena. First time ever they have won the first 2 games of a series, and will wait 4 days before taking on the Jazz in Salt Lake City. And a happy Maloof family elates as we send it over to Todd Harris with Peja Stojakovic.
All right, thank you very much, Dick. Peja, you know it's tough to fill those size 16 shoes of Chris Webber, but you came in tonight 29 points. Did you know you had to step up the game with Chris out?
We all understand when Chris came out that we have to step it up and play aggressive on the both ends of the floor, especially offensively. You know. I got hot, and guys kept getting the ball in right position, so I'm making it for them.
Chris was injured this year at the All-Star game. You filled in there and did quite well. How well can the Kings play if Chris Webber, God forbid, cannot come back for the next game?
I hope he's gonna be all right, and he's gonna be ready for the third game. And now it's good to have that kind of break in between second and third game, so Chris can really be rest and get better for that game. So, but if he's not ready, we have to all step it up and play our ball.
Once again, that second unit comes in and really seems to put the dagger in the Jazz. They don't seem to have an answer for him. That must give you a lot of relief knowing that they're going to come in and provide that spark.
Exactly, they've been doing it the whole year long. They're coming to the bench, providing a lot of energy, especially on the defensive end with the addition of Jimmy Jackson and Keon Clark.
Peja, good luck in Game 3.
Thank you.
Jack, back over to you.
All right, Todd, thank you very much. 29 for Stojakovic to lead his team, and 17 for Kirilenko. Our final score again tonight, the Sacramento Kings 108, the Utah Jazz 95. Stay tuned to TNT after this break for more post-game interviews and a recap of playoff action on Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai with Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Magic in our Atlanta studio.